You ever catch her looking at you, and then she looks away like nothing happened? Yeah, she thinks you didn't notice. You did. But here's what's interesting. She doesn't always talk. She doesn't always flirt. She doesn't always make it obvious. Sometimes she just watches. And most men completely misread that. Because men are trained to look for loud signals, smiles, touch, big laughs, direct compliments. But some of the strongest attraction is quiet. You'll be across the room, laughing with your friends, not even paying attention. And she's observing, not in a creepy way, in a calculating way. She's studying your energy, how you move, how you react, how you handle other people. Women don't just listen to what you say. They watch how you exist. See, words are rehearsed. Behavior isn't. You can script confidence. You can memorize charm. But you can't fake how you treat a waiter. You can't fake how you react when someone interrupts you. You can't fake how you handle losing a game. And she knows that. So she watches, silently. Because silence reveals more than questions ever will. You ever notice how she goes quiet when you're telling the story? Not bored quiet, focused quiet, eyes steady, like she's reading between the lines. She's not just hearing the story, she's measuring the man. Does he exaggerate? Does he blame others for everything? Does he take responsibility? Does he brag too much? Does he stay calm? She's collecting data. And here's the part most men miss. If she's watching, she's already interested. Indifference doesn't observe. Indifference scrolls. If she didn't care, she wouldn't study you. But interest is quiet, especially in the beginning, because women don't chase signals the way men do. Men look and think, do I like her? Women look and think, how does he make me feel? Big difference. So she watches your tone, your posture, your reactions. You spill a drink. Do you laugh or get irritated? Your friend roasts you. Do you crumble or fire back calmly? Another guy talks over you. Do you compete or stay composed? She's not looking for perfection. She's looking for steadiness, because steadiness feels safe. And safe doesn't mean boring. Safe means predictable in the best way. It means your mood doesn't swing wildly. It means she doesn't have to guess who you're going to be today. You know what makes a woman lean back and observe instead of lean in immediately? Uncertainty. Not about whether you like her, about whether you're solid. If you're loud and trying too hard, she'll smile, but she'll watch. If you're calm and grounded, she'll still watch, but for different reasons. Curiosity instead of caution. There's a difference between is he safe and who is he really? Both look silent from the outside, but they feel very different on the inside. Now let's talk about eye contact. When she watches silently, it's rarely random. You'll feel it. You'll glance up and catch her eyes already there, and she won't immediately panic. She'll hold it for half a second longer than normal. That half second, that's not accidental. That's evaluation. She's checking your reaction. Do you look away fast? Do you stare too hard? Do you smirk? Do you tense up? Your reaction tells her more than your pickup line ever could, because eye contact is primal. You can't fake your nervous system in that moment. If you're grounded, your eyes stay soft, relaxed, curious, not hungry, not aggressive. That energy hits differently. And if you look back at her like you're comfortable being seen, now she's intrigued. Because most men aren't comfortable being observed. They either hide or perform. The rare man, he just exists. Now here's something deeper. Sometimes she watches because she's protecting her interests. Women are social creatures. Reputation matters. Timing matters. Context matters. She might like you, but she doesn't want to be obvious yet. So she gathers information quietly. She watches how other women respond to you. She watches if you're respectful. She watches if you're consistent. She watches if you flirt with everyone or selectively. She's not playing games. She's calculating risk, because emotional investment costs more for her. So she invests slowly, through observation. And here's the twist. If you chase too fast while she's observing, you break the tension. Mystery collapses when rushed. But if you stay grounded, not forcing interaction, not staring her down constantly, not trying to win her attention, she starts leaning closer over time. Because now she feels like she discovered something.
and discovery is powerful. Women love discovering a man's depth on their own, not having it shoved in their face.
That's why sometimes the quiet guy wins. Not because he's passive, but because he gives space for curiosity to grow. Now let's address something uncomfortable. Sometimes she watches silently because she's deciding if you're emotionally stable. Yes, stable. You can be attractive, funny, successful, but if you feel unpredictable, that's a red flag. If your mood shifts fast, if your ego bruises easily, if you get irritated quickly, she will watch from a distance, not because she doesn't like you, because she's unsure, and uncertainty slows everything down. You ever notice how some women seem warm but slightly guarded? That's observation mode. They're not rejecting you, they're assessing you. And the way you move during that phase matters. If you get impatient, if you demand clarity too soon, if you say, "Why are you so quiet?" you apply pressure. Pressure makes observation turn into retreat. But if you stay calm, consistent, unaffected, observation turns into comfort. Comfort turns into curiosity. Curiosity turns into attraction. Slowly, quietly. And here's the part men overlook completely. Sometimes she watches because she's nervous too. Not insecure, just cautious. If you have presence, real presence, it can be disarming. She might need a second to process you, to feel you out, to decide if she feels safe opening up. So she watches your hands, your expressions, your patience, your listening skills. Are you actually listening or just waiting to talk? Women can feel the difference instantly. The man who listens to understand feels different from the man who listens to respond. And when she feels understood without being rushed, that's when she shifts from observer to participant. You'll see it. Her body angles closer. Her questions get more personal. Her laughter gets more relaxed. Her touch becomes intentional. But that shift never happens if you rush the watching phase. Attraction has seasons. Observation is the first one, and most men fail it because they can't sit still long enough. They need confirmation. They need signals. They need reassurance. But the grounded man, he lets her watch. He doesn't perform harder. He doesn't shrink. He doesn't chase. He just continues being exactly who he is, consistently. And consistency builds trust. Trust builds comfort. Comfort builds desire. Desire builds pursuit. Yes, sometimes the woman who watches silently ends up pursuing the hardest, but only if what she saw felt solid. Because silence isn't indifference. Silence is data collection. Silence is curiosity. Silence is protection. Silence is attraction trying to decide if it's safe to grow. So next time you catch her watching, don't panic, don't overthink, don't suddenly change your behavior, don't start performing. Just hold your frame, hold your calm, hold your eye contact a second longer, then go back to being you. Let her watch. If what she sees is steady, she won't stay silent forever. She'll step forward. And when she does, it won't feel rushed. It'll feel intentional. Because she didn't fall for noise. She studied the signal and decided it was worth it.